You know that feeling when you boot up a game, you see the title screen, hear the opening chords of the music, and you just smile? Well, that's what Burnout Paradise is for me, every single time. It just makes me feel giddy, it fills me with glee. I know no matter what else has happened that day, in the 5 minutes or the 5 hours I choose to play Burnout Paradise, I'm going to be able to kick back and enjoy myself. And it's a weird sensation because over the last 10 years, most games haven't really given me those same vibes. Strange as it is to say, Burnout Paradise Remastered has reminded me that a game can actually make me feel relaxed and content. And no, I'm not saying I play games as punishment. God no, I love games. I wouldn't be running a website or a YouTube channel if I didn't. It's just that so many games require you to stick it out in these massive, quest-driven, filled worlds, making sure to see every sight. But Burnout Paradise is just chill. Yes, there's tons to do, like smashing through yellow gates, doing the stunt jumps, pillowing through the billboards, and smashing gorgeous cars off the road to add to your collection, but I never feel obliged to do any of it. I just stumble across things naturally and drive on and on and on. I don't have to feel bad for turning down the cries for help of a small child who's lost his favourite toy, or ignoring an urgent message from an attacking army threatening to quash my kingdom. I can just cruise, going as fast as I possibly can without any real consequences or drama, listening to my tunes and taking the sights. It's so liberating. And even though Burnout Paradise is a decade old, it is somehow still relevant enough to be the perfect palate cleanser in what has already been a year of exhaustive experiences. It also confirms what many of us thought back then, but didn't really feel comfortable saying out loud. This game was way, way ahead of its time. Ahead how, you ask? Well, for a start, the physics and mechanics are still absolutely on point. Sure, one or two cars make you feel like you're going out barefoot on the ice, but it's because each vehicle has its own identity. And unlike other races at the time, Burnout Paradise really nails the feel of its vehicles, just as it does the look, which is obviously the big draw of this remaster, though also an eye-opener in terms of how good the game already looked. Sure, we're now blessed with the 4K textures and the silky smooth 60 frames per second, in addition to the improved ambient occlusion and visual fidelity, but what's most impressive is how respectful of the original this remaster is. Stellar Entertainment truly honour the feel of the source material by keeping it faithful and delivering an authentic experience that will feel very familiar to its original audience. That said, they also add some lovely subtle touches, like extra pillows of smoke, thunderous car crunching collisions, all with sparks flying everywhere. In that sense, it's a perfect remaster. Nobody needed to strip Burnout Paradise from the inside out and redesign the whole thing. The UI holds up incredibly well, though you'll notice the omission of map markers more than ever before. But it's always clear what icons represent on your minimap, and it's never especially difficult to work out the routes. To be honest, I feel like this also lends itself to my enjoyment and reminds me that maybe sometimes I don't want to have a straight cut clear path to my next objective. Why confine myself? Some of your best Paradise sessions actually come from aimlessly just driving around. Whether you enter a random potluck event or you stumble down a side road you didn't expect and find a host of other things to grab your attention. Perhaps most importantly though, Burnout Paradise Remastered really gives the player a true breakneck pace for the majority of the time. Even without a boost or a burnout activated. The way you weave between oncoming traffic, dart around corners, and slam someone into the side for a takedown, it still feels like Burnout Paradise has lessons to teach the best of racers in 2018. Oh, and this is also one of the first games that got additional content and DLC really right. What's so good about it? I mean, look at Big Surf Island. It not only offers up a whole other district and playground for you to run around in with new events and challenges, there's a ton of other vehicles added in, as well as its own license system. It's like having a whole other game within a game. The return on investment with this one, with hours of additional entertainment, is insane, and you get it out of the box with Remastered. But there's also other packs like Cops and Robbers, which converts all of your original Paradise vehicles into police cars and gives you a new online gameplay mode. Oh, and they added toy cars, legendary cars, like the official, unofficial DeLorean and Ghostbusters cars, and best of all, bikes. Seriously, these packs were game changers in terms of how they evolved the game. They kept it fresh and current, but it also maintains that same level of fun. And it is all connected online, enabling you to easily jump into a game with a friend, tackle the online events, all while living on a wealth of free content updates. Burnout Paradise is one of the first games of its kind that had a true afterlife. And even before the remaster was announced, the community was still incredibly active. Using the modern online resources of PSN and Xbox Live, I can only imagine how active Burnout Paradise Remastered is going to be now. But that's what's so good and bad about this bundle. You don't need to unlock any of it. You could literally jump on any of the legendary cars from the very beginning. That kind of kills the concept of progress in the game, so it would have been nice to have had the option to turn it off and just earn it the old-fashioned way. But in conclusion, Burnout Paradise Remastered is the perfect first title for EA to reintroduce for modern systems. It's still extremely current, incredibly fresh, and it absolutely deserves a sequel with those plane, trains, helicopters and trips to the moon they had planned. The game is still very freeing, lots of fun, and it actually lays down the gauntlet to its modern rivals on what fast really is. But more importantly, it still manages to be incredibly influential. If you somehow needed a reminder of the kind of gold EA has in its backlog bank, this is it. And if this is the kind of quality we can expect from all of their future remasters, let's just hope it's not the last. So to summarise, on the pro side, there is fantastic remaster quality, an abundance of content out of the box. They really do nail the speed and fast aesthetic in this game, but there is still good, relaxing, easygoing fun, and that soundtrack though. On the cons, waypoints are missed and there is some dated design as a result of that, and all content is unlocked for the beginning with no chance to earn, which is a bit of a bummer. But we've decided to give Burnout Paradise Remastered an 8.5 out of 10. We tested this code on an Xbox One. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about Burnout Paradise in the comment section below. Are you on the fence about getting this remastered? Do you think there's enough been done to justify a repurchase? Have you never played the game before? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.